Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Koopalings, welcome to another edition of Nintendo Shack. I'm one of your hosts, Delvin Cox, and with me is the Grinch who stole July, Donnie. How you doing, bro?
Not good, Delvin.
Yeah, it's been a rough weekend.
Just today. I'm sorry, everyone. We are late on my account. I woke up at 10:30 like I do every week for Nintendo Shack, and I look at my phone, and I order groceries. I asked for them to be delivered between 4 and 6. They were on my front step at 10:45. I was like, what the? Why are you here? So,
of course.
My wife and kids are gone. They go to church. So I have to put all the groceries away. So I messaged them. That's no big deal, right? It's a minor inconvenience. Message Delvin, hey, buddy, I got to put these groceries away real quick. Then we'll come do the show. As Delvin can attest, that was like an hour ago. Delvin's like, damn, that must have been a lot of groceries.
Much.
No, it wasn't. Because I go walking down the hallway, Delvin, fresh out of bed, barefoot, step in a pile of dog piss.
Oh.
Because my kids didn't walk the dogs. It's raining. And this is a common thing for my kids. It's something I've yelled about for years. When it rains, they're not allowed to just go out like normal. They have to be walked. And when my kids have to walk them, they don't walk them long enough. So that's what happened. And I'm like, now I have to clean up dog piss. So I'm putting the groceries away. I walk into the living room, Delvin. Stepped in dog shit. Of course. Of course.
Of course. Let me ask you a question about that.
I swear to God.
When it's raining, do your dogs do the thing where you have to show them that it's raining for them to stop barking to go outside?
No.
My dogs do all the time.
don't want to go out when it's raining. Like, they're just too high class.
Exactly.
They're like, ugh.
Then my dogs don't either. But I have to show them it is raining for them. Like, all right, we ain't going outside. They go back in their room and sit down and chill out.
That is correct, G-Man.
Otherwise,
I'm having a terrible day. I'm crashing out. I'm angrily tweeting or messaging my family. I'm like, glad you guys had time for muffins. Glad you had time for coffee today. I hope you had a great day at church. Like, anything but responsibilities, of course. And they're like,
yes.
My wife, she's so good at trying to diffuse me because she knows when I'm flying off the handle. She's like, I'm not there. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm like, yeah, good. Point out the fact that you walked out right on time. Like, that makes me feel better. Yes. Great job, everybody.
Stepping shit everywhere.
And it was everywhere, Delvin. Like, through the hallway into the living room. Like, he just walked with it or something. I don't know. I'm having a bad morning, dude. It's like, this is the worst way to start a podcast. Like, I reserved, like, just being like, you know what? Never mind. Like, just go back to bed. Like, that's the way this should go. Goodness gracious. Anyway.
Yeah, I had a similar morning yesterday where I woke up and I was felt horrible. Like, my blood pressure was, I guess because it was a stressful week, my blood pressure was like 175 over 110. That ain't good at all. So I had to, like, dug it out to get it back to normal where it's supposed to be at and stuff like that. That was a questionable, rough day, but everything turned out all right in the end of the day, you know. But
should
then
have went to church. Riley, this is church.
No.
Welcome to church.
Yes.
This is our church.
This is church. 1 Corinthians chapter
That's correct. First Kirby.
Shack.
Mario 316, okay?
Then I watched some of SummerSlam, which was good. I enjoyed it.
Dude,
that fucking jelly roll.
I didn't watch that.
I watched it. He did
literally.
He did. People are
Here's
bad,
the funny part. I had it on in the background. I was cleaning and stuff. And when that match came up, I was like, you know what? I think I'd rather watch some YouTube videos instead. And I literally just clicked over to YouTube and just started watching whatever was in my recommendations feed at the time. Like, I just didn't, I don't know if it was good or bad, but like just the whole idea. And I felt And in that moment, Delvin, I felt bad. I was like, I can't believe I'm turning off a Randy Orton match. We don't have that many more left. But I just didn't want to watch, a gimmicky celebrity. I just wasn't interested.
Correct.
So,
did you get to watch SummerSlam yesterday?
Yeah, no, I watched it.
You enjoyed it at least?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed what I watched.
I don't know what this Cena thing is tonight. Like, I still don't know how to think about this. This is the most bizarre AEW something I've seen in some time. You just walk out in one promo, turn an entire character before a pay-per-view. I'm like, what? Yeah. What?
Yeah. I do appreciate they're like just completely blaming it on The Rock.
Yeah, that's
it's
that's
weird.
The thing. For what he had to do and what he was given, I think Cena did about as good a job as you could hope for. But that still doesn't change the fact that it's super odd. And I was thinking, I was like, it's got to be like maybe there's like some injuries and the reshuffling or something. But no, as we learned last night, no, that's not it either. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. It's very strange.
It's either two things. It's either A, in my opinion, it's either A, they're going to turn Cody Rhodes heel. Well, three things,
that's
honestly.
Gonna happen.
They turn which I don't think is happening. B, Zena's lying.
So that was my initial reaction. I was like, he's going to beat the shit out of Cody and then come back on Monday night and be like, see? The moment I gave you what you wanted to hear, you all cheered. Like, that would be the funny part.
That might be the best option. Or C, they didn't know how to turn Cena back face. They just said, fuck it, let's just turn him back baby face.
See, that's crazy. There's a million ways better to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
I feel like there needs to be like some sort of, I don't know, interruption, or this should be a means to getting somewhere, but I don't know. We'll find out.
It would make sense if like he said all that stuff, then The Rock came out tonight. It would have made sense if
he said all that stuff after he lost. Just walking around with the belt and stuff like that doesn't.
I think it works even if like he says all this stuff, then The Rock comes out tonight looking like he's going to help Cena, and then he helps Cody instead.
Yeah,
like, okay.
I mean, you do have...
That makes some sense. But
they do have the recipe for a double turn here.
Yes, they do.
I don't think that's going to happen, but it's there. They've planted the seeds if they want to pull that trigger. So...
Yeah, it's been interesting. But speaking of wrestling, you've been playing WWE 2K25.
I've played a lot of that actually this week. I've played a lot of games. I'm not sure if you see here on the list. I've got so many games to play.
Yeah, I see.
That's a good one to start with. I know everybody wants to probably hear about DK. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I had one major gripe with it initially. Dude, like 80% of the roster's locked when you start the game. You could.
You got the special edition, right?
I just bought the base edition.
Oh, well, that's why.
When you buy the base edition, there's only like 20 wrestlers. I was like, why is everyone locked? So here's my dumb self. So I'm like, I play it for like a day, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I'm not going to do all this stuff. Because I look it up, right? Because I want to wrestle with other characters. I look it up. And not only are they locked, like, they're all locked across all the different modes. So it's not like you can just play like the campaign and unlock them all. No, there's like 10 that are locked to campaign. There's 10 that are locked to like the solo career. There's 10 that's unlocked to the faction. There's 10 that's in the island. I was like, oh, I'm never doing any of that.
Unless you bought the season pass.
I was uninformed, right? I haven't bought one of these games since like 2019.
I thought you bought the Wyatt one. The Undertaker one.
No. And so I should have. So that in hindsight, I should have, because I go into I'm like, I should be able to unlock. I should be able to buy something to unlock this, right? So I get in there. Now, when you unlock the wrestlers, you unlock them with virtual credit, like VC, like this credit you're in the game.
Correct.
So Delvin, my dumbass, I went into the eShop and I go to DLC and it's like, here's a currency pack. Buy like 30,000 VC or whatever for it's like $10. And I was like, oh, I'll just do that. And whatever I bought, you can only spend on like your own player. You can't unlock. I was like, what the? Why is this?
You should have messaged me.
I really should have.
I wish you would have messaged me, because I didn't realize. I honestly thought you bought the season pass version.
I didn't know the difference.
Yeah, I thought you bought one of the season pass versions, so I didn't even think about that because I haven't bought like just the base edition in like years because it's nowhere near as enjoyable because you have to fucking unlock everybody.
Correct.
All the good wrestlers unlocked.
So then I bought the booster
fuck?
to earn more money, and then I was able to unlock like 8 or 10 characters. And I was like, oh, I'm still not liking. Like I want to unlock everybody. I start doing YouTube videos,
Yes.
and then apparently there's another DLC thing that I bought that was $14.99 that did pretty much unlock everyone except for the campaign. Like Alpha and Sika aren't unlocked. You have to get them through the bloodline.
Correct.
So all in all, I think I spent more than the Dead Man edition because I was too dumb to
if
read
just bought the Dead Man,
everything and
you would've
figure
got
out what
all of
everything
it.
does. Because I bought like
Yeah.
the first one was like $10, the second one was like $14.99. I think the third one was $14.99. So all in, like I don't know, like $100 into WWE 2K. And if you've ever wondered why they do this,
It's because of
the
that.
dumbasses like
that
me
is the reason.
won't look it up. I was just like, maybe this does it, and buy it.
No. And the crazy thing about it is, if it was any other game, people would be pissed about it. Like if NBA 2K locked half of the teams
Yeah.
behind a paywall, people would be furious.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
But because it's WWE 2K, people don't even give a shit. Like, oh, well, I
this
guess
is
I gotta.
Well, I
this
do
is it.
think, to your point, I do think they've really conditioned their core base to just buy the special editions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I'm not all that upset about it. The reason I didn't put any thought into it is, I mentioned this on PSVG. Sam's Club had a promo 2 weeks ago when I was on vacation, where if you bought $80 worth of gift cards, you got an extra 20. So it was like buy 4 get 1.
I remember that.
And I bought several of those. So I'm like literally flush with eShop credit. So for me, it was like as throwaway as like, oh, who cares? I've got the credit. So, just try this one. And then I tried the next one. But by the third one, I was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I could have just bought the special edition. It was really just that virtual currency pack. That's the one I only read. Because the other ones also gave me extra stuff. Right. So like I didn't mind that. But that virtual credit one was just a waste because I didn't realize it was locked to my player or whatever. I'm not going to do that anyway. I was like, I just screwed that up.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I don't
just
feel bad about.
Download a character.
Because you buy characters with virtual credit and then you go into eShop and it's like, do you want more virtual credit? I was like, yeah. That actually feels confusing. It's like that was just my bad. But
yeah, I don't.
So that
characters.
nonsense
I just
aside,
download them.
which take it whatever you want. If you hate that about the game, don't buy it. But that nonsense aside, the actual game, I've played it a lot more than I thought I would, especially with how much I've enjoyed Donkey Kong. Because the game's really good, and the port's really good. Like this is a great way to play. It
looks
does,
good,
especially portably. Do you have it on Switch 2?
I got it, but I haven't
Okay,
played
so
it
on
yet.
Switch 2, when you play it handheld, it looks fantastic. You're like, oh man, we are back. You put it on the TV screen, it's still fine, but it looks like a PlayStation 4 game. Like docked, you're like, okay, there it is. There's the Switch 2 I know. Like you can tell. Like I have no problems playing that way because it's a sport. Like I don't really care if my sports games are bleeding edge. You know that I play Retro Bowl.
Yes.
Who gives a shit? Like that's not why I'm here.
Does it look like the best looking Madden ever?
I haven't seen Madden yet.
I did. We'll talk about it when we get to the part of the
But yeah, it looks fine. But on handheld, it looks great, and I have really enjoyed having it. Like I was playing, you've seen all the screenshots and clips and stuff. I've played it.
Looks
a lot.
really good.
Like, I've played it a lot. It's fun.
It looks close to the PS5 version.
Maybe in
like
handheld,
good enough.
Not in.
Like you squinch. You're like that's
Yeah,
good
I mean,
enough.
it is good enough. Like it's a 1080.
Does it run good?
Yes. Yeah, and I have no problems. There's no glitches, nothing. Like it's fine.
Okay, so that sounds great.
One
actually,
thing that I didn't notice about this, and this is something that only you and I could talk, so it's good that Rebecca's not here this week. When you log into the game, it plays music, right? Some of this music, I was like, oh, this is terrible. Like, there's got to be a way to just turn off the music or anything. So I go and I find the jukebox. And it plays, it's cycling through like 15 licensed tracks. One of them's an Eminem song. And I'm just like, I don't like any of these. I'm like, why am I listening to music that I know nothing about? So I turn them all off. When I'm in the jukebox, there's a tab It's like I don't know what it's called, but I'm just call like the first tab, the default tab is like the licensed music. It's like original tracks. The second tab is WWE theme songs, and they're all off by default.
That is true. Correct.
Why would that not just be the music that you recognize and know and know?
I agree.
I was like, and it's like all there. There's like 100 WWE entrance songs there. I was like, why is this just turned off? This should be the only music. This should be it.
I don't know. That's a
so
good
I had
question.
fun going through there, picking out the theme songs that I like. And now when I start the game, now I hear Seth Rollins or Becky Lynch or the NWO theme.
That's what I do. I immediately
That's
put that
what I
on
did.
there. I add both of them on there. Like,
But,
why is this cut off?
G-Man says DMCA? Is it like a streamer thing? Maybe. That seems crazy to me. You would lock that out by default to protect streamers, which has got to be like 2% of the people that buy the game.
Yeah.
But
well, probably a little more than that. But why would because the Eminem songs are licensed songs, so why would those be like different from those? Probably more likely to be DMCA.
well, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Yeah,
thought,
as
I
opposed
thought
to
that
the
was a
WWE
bizarre
song.
thing.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun. I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
it's weird.
I'm just playing. Like I'm not trying to accomplish anything. I have played some of the Bloodlines, the showcase. I'm like, this is kind of fun.
It's fun.
It's almost like a glorified tutorial. It really just kind of shows you all the different stuff you can do.
It's the story mode of the game.
But like the way they make you script out the match
Pretty
with the
much.
objectives, it's like trying to teach you like here's how to do table spots,
How to play
here's
it.
how to do ladder spots, here's how to so I'm appreciating that part of it. But yeah, I did tweet about it. I'm hoping Madden is the exact same way. We'll see. But I really hope that the Switch 2 provides good quality modern like sports titles again, because I play them a lot. They're really popular. I know gamers look down on them and make fun of them all the time, but they're great like time wasting games for me. They're great like in between games for me. Like I will play WWE 2K25 probably for years, because I don't buy every one like you do. I usually buy one every 3 or 4 years. I'll buy one, and I'll do the same thing with Madden and the same thing with basketball.
Yeah.
And I'll be buying 2K as well. So I love these games. Just pick up, get into a match. I want to play something for 20, 30 minutes and get on with the rest of my day. These are great fits for that.
Yeah. I love the 2K series. I think it's really great. I have a lot of fun when I play it. 2K is probably, I guess I'll do it with, both of the 2K games. The only thing that I buy like yearly.
Yeah.
Like without question. I buy NBA 2K yearly and I buy WWE 2K yearly. Because it's I guess just tradition
G-Man
almost.
says,
Like, these are the ones I
I
want to
think
play.
what matters is you're having fun with the game besides unlocking situation. And I would just like to double down on that. Even with the unlocking situation, the extra purchases, I am still playing and having fun. So if I think that alone would be a lot of reason for people to turn off the game, but I'm like, no, that's just nonsense and a little stupidity on my part, but I'm still having a good time.
I am curious because when you get in the season mode, the 24/7 mode, I'm trying to remember how they do that, because it's been so long since I played it without the season pass. When you run into those characters, do they unlock them for you when you beat them?
Yeah, I have
That's the thing?
unlocked characters that way. Before I bought the
was trying to
pass
figure
and
out,
stuff, I did unlock several characters that way.
Like you have a match with that person, you beat him, like,
And
you
can
have
also,
now Seth Rollins from
you
this.
can cheese it like you earn the credit just through exhibition matches. It would just take forever. You have to play 5 matches to unlock one character, so it would just take an ungodly amount of time. I just don't understand why we're unlocking. Why are we locking so many? A game I understand you should have 5 or 10 exclusive new characters, and those are unlockables. But when I tell you this game has unlocked characters, I mean it's 60. There's a ton of the current roster that's
main roster characters. It's not like, hey, here's the legends you can unlock. No, it's the main roster.
That's
you're
crazy.
missing most of the main roster.
So, I do want to talk about Donkey Kong. A little unfortunate Rebecca's not here. You've already heard it, so anybody who listens to PSVG already has as well.
Yes.
So I won't say I want to be quick because this is Nintendo Strike, but I know I'm late to this, right? Donkey Kong came out 2 weeks ago. Everybody's played it, probably beaten it, moved on. I love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is incredible. The thing that I keep saying in Discord, the thing that I've said on PSVG is it is that game, and by that game, I mean system seller game. I hope this is a template for Donkey Kong for years to come. I am fascinated by how great it is to play, how good the controls are. Considering everything that you have, Donkey Kong feels so fluid to play. I mean controlling moment to moment. From the smashing to the rolling to the jump to the double jump to the throwing. It feels so good to control. It's just really rewarding. I'm really digging like the challenges stuff. I think maybe more so than at least Rebecca had mentioned, because I keep finding these challenges that are really fun, and they're like not the beat 'em up ones, which is the ones that, you know, the example she used where you just get in there and punch somebody real fast and win. Those are kind of boring. The traversing ones, the shield surfing ones, the hanging ones, the climbing ones, like I'm like, you know, this is kind of awesome. This is kind of my shit. They're very shrine-like, and I dig that quite a bit. I just think it's an incredible game. I have no idea how far I'm into it. Not that far. I'm gonna keep playing it. But I love it. I already love it. Like, I love it. Like, it's probably my game of the year already. I'm like, this is everything I could have hoped for and more.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. No, I like this. Not that it's a comparison. Like, they're both great. I have already enjoyed playing this way more than I ever enjoyed Odyssey. You know, that's just brass tacks. That's just me keeping it real. I love Odyssey. I think Odyssey is great, but I also just think Odyssey is 3D Mario. I was not as enamored as the rest of the world with it, because to me it's like
Odyssey's just not.
I don't think it's no. I love the game. It's not for me. Like, it's a great game. It's just that, you know, like I never thought it was like, I think the people like it's the greatest game of the Switch generation. It's the greatest Mario game of all time. I just never reached those heights with it. You know, to me it was just more like, yeah, this is a natural progression for 3D Mario. Like, I was just kind of like, yeah, I get it. I wasn't just overwhelmed by it. I am kind of overwhelmed by Donkey Kong. I'm like, yo, no, like, this is the game. I'm like, no, you've got to buy it. Like, you've seen me probably in Discord when everybody's like, oh, I'm doing, like, no, what are you doing? Donkey Kong. Go get Donkey Kong. Like, it feels like you're doing yourself a disservice by getting or playing anything else. Like, everyone should have Donkey Kong.
I agree.
If you've got a Switch 2, it should have Donkey Kong. 100%. So, I love it. I just love it.
It's probably the first must-have Switch 2 game.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that game. Now, I wonder how different, like, all that conversation around the Switch 2 launch would have been if Donkey Kong was there on day one. I think it would have been wildly different.
That's a good question.
Everybody would have been like, this is, like, their Breath of the Wild. Like, because it is. I find it so addictive. I told you on PSVG, and I'm sorry I don't have all the enthusiasm I had then because I've had a bad morning. So,
they'll be fine. They'll understand.
I love, like, all the breaking and the smashing and like, I'm addicted to smashing around the depths trying to find, like, fossils, chests, bananas, finding the bananas. Like, I'm addicted to doing that. It's so much fun. Like, I'm playing the game, Delvin, for hours at a time, not even completing or progressing missions. Like, I'm like, where are those bananas? Like, how can I find all these things? You know, that it scratches that itch on me. I don't know, that completionist, that whatever that is. It's like, I just want to do that. You know, it's like the board breaking. It's like the, all the different kind of, like, I've talked about this in games. Like, I have whatever this is, whatever this mental illness is, I have it. You know, like when you break boards in Forza and you go and collect all the billboards, or when you're trying to get all the bunkers in a Far Cry, like, the bananas in this game are definitely that for me. And I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. It's so much so that, like, I only want to play it when I have, like, 4 hours to play it. Because I don't want to play it for 20 minutes. Because every time I play it, I do end up playing it for, like, hours at a time. I just get lost into it. I love it.
You think it's your game of the year so far?
No, I think I've already put it on my game tracker. It's already there, Delvin.
Okay.
I'm in, like,
excellent.
World 3, and I'm like, game of the year.
I love when games hit you like that, where you're like a media player, like, yeah.
And that's what I mean when I say it's that game. It's like, no. Like, I've played a bunch of games, beaten a bunch of games, and this is game of the year. This is it. And we'll see if something beats it. You know, it's not etched in stone, but, like, so far, it by a margin, this is my favorite game I've played so far this year. You know, and it's by a healthy margin.
That's fantastic, honestly.
So, and I kind of expected it. You know, like last time I was on, I think before I went on vacation, Rebecca was like, "Donnie, you're gonna love this game." And I think she has a good read on me, and she absolutely nailed it because I was just, I told you about it. In that second world, you're in this, you're shield surfing around this world, and there's like a bunch of mud. And the reason the mud is there is it slows you down when you walk and roll on it. You're supposed to shield surf. You're supposed to rip up the thing and surf on it. And I didn't want to do that because I just don't care about shield surfing that much. So what I did is I just decided to get rid of it all. And I sat there for like 2 hours just clearing mud, just out of this whole world, just like having. So when the game came out, before I played it, I had mentioned that somebody in our Discord was like, "This is my new favorite game to like play high." Dude, 1000%. like I was sitting there having a good time, just getting rid of the mud, just sitting there swiping. Like there's a whole section of the world. It's like a third of the world covered in mud. And I got rid of all of it. I was like, now there's no more mud. My work is done here. Now I can progress forward with the level.
That is wild that you did that.
Well, the funny thing is, I said that on PSVG, and I'm not sure if you remember, somebody in the comments was like, I did that too. I think that's, there's a part of us that have that itch to scratch, and this game does that very well. If you just played like going to the land marker to complete the level and to get the banana and keep moving on, I would definitely won't say you're playing the game wrong, but you're missing all the fun. Like the fun is finding all the hidden secrets, doing all, like I'm in no rush I've seen that mission to complete the world. It's been there the whole time, and I'm like, no, I have to check off all of these boxes first. Then I can progress,
It feels like a game that kids would love because it's so destructive.
Yep.
But adults would love it because there's so much stuff to do. That's
it's very satisfying to do that.
Yeah.
Now, in that way, it somewhat reminds me of Minecraft. Not from the crafting sense, but like, I think exactly to your point. When my son was younger, he like at his 3DS days, so like maybe call it around like 8 or 9, he loved Minecraft because he would turn on Minecraft, and what would he do? He'd build a house in a pool. And he would just do it over and over again. Like he wasn't trying to beat Minecraft or be good at Minecraft. He just enjoyed messing in that little sandbox. Donkey Kong provides that same kind of vibe. You can progress and get all the challenges. When you want to, it's there. You literally can play this game for hours having your own fun if you want. And that's neat. It's a neat place for Nintendo. I think Nintendo was trying to do this with like Tears of the Kingdom. And it's interesting. I do, Rebecca mentioned, I think she mentioned, I hope I'm crediting her correctly. I think we talked about this. She had mentioned some Zelda-isms to Donkey Kong, like some temporary hearts and stuff.
Yes.
And I do see that. There does seem to be some shared DNA, some design philosophy here at work. Like I said, like some of these things do feel shrine-like. Some of this mechanics do feel similar. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. I know it's the Odyssey team and people are going to pull Odyssey, and it's totally fair, but I do see a little, at least on the design level, I do see a little Zelda influence.
It's there. It definitely is there.
For sure. So, and I'm enjoying the RPG, the progressing. I've leveled up multiple times, and yeah, I dig it. It's good. I've had, for the bad morning that I've had, as I look on this list of games that I have, I mean, I've had a great couple of weeks of video games. There's been a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's good though.
You want to keep going, or you want to talk about something?
Absolutely not. I haven't played
Really?
much. I haven't had time. I've been working off. I've been getting off late work every
sucks,
day.
Man. Here I am, like, what a great time to play video games. You're like, not for me.
Not for me. I haven't played a goddamn
around here,
game.
partner.
I've been trying to get back to I've been fucking working. Sounded like Cartman on the episode of South Park.
Okay. Well, the next one I would very much like to talk about is there's a new game that just came out on Switch 2. I believe it's Switch 2 exclusive. It's $8, and it is called Dear Me, I Was. And I bought it because it was $8. Like, I remember when the game was announced, and I was like, that's neat, but like, it is a visual novel, and I guess it's kind of like when they marketed it as such, they're like, it's a visual novel. Delvin, this is totally our shit. I love that about the three of us, you, me, and Rebecca. We do share a Venn diagram of games, and our overlap are these kind of emotional storytelling type games. And this game fits into that realm. It's a very short playthrough. You can beat the game in like an hour, I think. It doesn't take long at all. That's why it's only $8. There's no spoken word in the game at all. Everything is implied or just in set piece. Everything is just, you just have to take from the scene what you're getting. It's very easy to follow, but like just there's no dialogue, there's no reading. And gameplay wise, it's extremely basic, very basic. Like at times, like you'd even dare calling it a game. You're like, this could have just been a video. And when I was playing the first chapter, I was like, this could have just been a YouTube video. Like, why is this a game? And then it continues. And that's where this game transcended from being, when I first started, I was like, this is pretty basic, and I'm starting to get bored. And then as the story unfolds, I got hooked. Like it did it. It pulled me in. And towards the end, I started to get a little misty-eyed. And I was like, wow. For a game that has no reading, no speaking, and such simple gameplay mechanics, like it definitely hits a nerve. Like, and that's an accomplishment, right? Like that, I'm like, that's an achievement. Just in and of itself. It's a beautiful game. Gorgeous animation. And that's like kind of the big focus of it. They talk about that. The watercolor style aesthetics of Taisuke Kanazaki. And I believe, I may be mistaken, I saw this in passing on Blue Sky and I just accepted it as fact. I've never looked into it. I believe the game was developed by a female-led development cast studio team. And if that is true, it definitely shows, because the perspective here is definitely has a feminine touch. Like it feels like it's lived in that world, and you're seeing the world and they're experiencing her life through those eyes. So if that is true, that rings true, because I'm like, yeah, this is unlike most things that you can play. You're not going to play a whole lot of things like Dear Me, I Was. It's unique, right? It's different. I don't want to spoil any of the story because it's only an hour game, so I won't get into any of that. But like I said, it touched. It was heartfelt. And you saw me, because we're in our private DMs. When I beat it, I immediately messaged you and Rebecca, and I was like, get it. Like, I need you to play it. I want to hear about it. I want to hear, like, I think Rebecca's going to love it. All right, so without getting into spoilers, I want to give you the pitch of the game. The pitch of the game is you follow this woman through life, experiencing her most impactful moments. So you start with her as a kid, and you watch her as she grows up until she ages, to the end.
Okay.
I think this game is such a great allegory of life, because literally you're progressing through her life, through these like moments, right? And in practice, like in reality, that's all life is. And I think the older you get, you realize how short time you actually have. Like when you're young, you feel like you have forever to live. And as you get older, you're like, man, days become seconds. Like we don't have as much time. And I think I don't know if this is intentional or if I'm just reading too much and pulling my own meaning from it. I find that this game only being an hour long makes that hit so much harder, because it's like, no, this is how fast it can. Like in hindsight, when you're looking back, this is exactly what life feels like. You're here and you're gone, right? Like sand on a beach, right? That's what everyone says, like all the cliches. So it's like both figuratively and literally, this game is an allegory of life. And I just thought it was really good. Like that's, I don't know. I don't want to overhype it. I liked it a lot.
Kind of amazing and
it's
smart.
It's near the top of my list. I have it at the moment. I have number 5. I have played. So I have a game tracker. I have a little spreadsheets. Shout out to Sean Capri. I have a game tracker that I keep up with, and an Excel spreadsheet. I have played 29 games this year. I have Dear Me, I Was at 5. So if that tells you anything about how much I enjoyed it.
And visual novels usually not your type of game.
No, and I have a couple of visual novels on the list. Like But I think the short duration, it's like, because it's short, it moves, it progresses quickly. So it doesn't feel like wasted time. Nothing's like really boring. Like everything is constantly, you're getting something else. I do want to tell you one thing about the game. This is not a spoiler. So there's chapters in the game. Every chapter you kind of start the same way. You eat a meal. So like you get like a picture of like a plate and there's food on it and you click the plate. Right. I wonder if you could play it with mouse. I didn't even actually think of it. I was playing touchscreen. So I was just tapping the screen. I bet you could use the mouse if you wanted to. And again, I don't even know if I'm using allegory as the right word. I wish Rebecca was here. Maybe she'll listen. Maybe I'm even using the right word. Metaphor. I don't know. I don't remember. But it feels like life. Like how, like that's kind of like I feel like there's like this cleverness that this game has, because it's like every day, what do? You eat. And like that time is like, you don't even think about it because you're on default. And it's like this game, every day you start this chapter and it's like, yeah, you eat a meal and then this life event happens. It's like, man, how good is that? Like, what a great parallel. Symbolism, how symbolic of that is of life itself. And yeah, it's neat. It's different. And listen, it's exclusive. It's real pretty. It's $8. Like, I feel like I'm trying to sell it. I don't think you need to sell it. It's $8. Buy an $8 video game. Even if you hate it, who cares? $8.
Yeah,
can't
sounds
get a
good.
damn value meal at Wendy's for $8.
No,
right?
You cannot.
So, I'm digging it.
I think this is probably a game that probably people need to be playing right now, like just to clear their mind and kind of put things in perspective.
So when I was playing it, like I said, first chapter I was like, I don't know, and then as I got hooked, my wife walked in on the final chapter, and I was like, you need to play this game. She was like, what? I was like, I'm going to start this over, and I want to watch you play this game. For me, it does scratch that. It is that Life is Strange, that Tell Me Why. It falls into that vein, that Gone Home, that whole thing. Like all those games that we like, it is one of those. It fits into that category.
Yeah.
Doesn't play like those, but it is those games. That Dragon Cancer. Like if you want, to feel some emotions. To me, it was like almost like I didn't cry or anything, but I think I just got a little, it's like a happy reflection, just like a man. That's it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
That's amazing. And that's great that you can play these games and get something from it. I think that's what's the best thing about this medium. There's so many things that this medium in terms of gaming can make you feel emotionally, physically, and just, it's not another medium, like not another genre like it. Video games, just special, man.
So in order to not make this podcast 4 hours long, I also beat Power Rangers. I played the Elliot game, and I'm playing a game called Ion Shift, which I want to talk about, but I want to hold it. I want to hold it for PSVG because I want to talk about it with Dev. I want to try to pitch that game to Dev, and hopefully he doesn't hear this and looks into it and tells me other reasons why he doesn't. I'd like to try and pitch it to him.
He won't hear this.
Shinobi, by the way, did you play that?
Not yet. I was going to play the other one. I was going to play Ninja
Really?
Gaiden. That was my game plan. Yeah, I played Ninja Gaiden.
I don't like that plan, but okay.
Ninja. You think Shinobi's
I
better?
don't know if it's better. So Ragebound, to my understanding, is hard.
Okay.
Shinobi's not.
Like the original
Of course.
Ninja Gaiden games
Yeah.
are. Okay, gotcha.
Shinobi's not. It can be,
Right.
but Shinobi has a lot of levels and options and settings and things. You can make Shinobi whatever you want it to be. I was already buying Shinobi anyway. I thought maybe I could get Jack into it because he likes the ninja stuff. He played the demo. He seemed unbothered by it. But I had already pre-ordered it, so I was getting Shinobi anyway. Shinobi's great. Shinobi is great. Like I played the demo, I was like, oh, it's rare for me to play a demo and come out more excited for the game, and that's exactly what the Shinobi did. I was like,
you may have switched me.
This is really good. It's a lot of fun.
I may try Shinobi.
I'm shocked that Dev is like not wanting to get it. Shocked.
Yeah, apparently he's too snobby for Ninja games now.
Because
it has to have a ghost of some type in it.
Ghost of Shinobi, then he'd be all in.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in.
If it was just a Ghost of Yogurt game, but this, he'd be all in. But it
We'd
is
be all in.
super
We're
fun.
fine.
It is it's from the people that did Streets of Rage 4, but Shinobi.
Oh, so he should really
I'm
be
telling
all
you.
in. He
I'm
loves
telling
Streets
you,
of Rage
it's
4.
like I was like, what? Because he was like, what is that? And I was like, what? Like, come on, Dev, this is our shit, man. And it is very good. Like, just play the demo before you make up your mind. Play
I'll
the
try.
demo. Here's the other thing: play the demo and then go get Ragebound. You know, like you can still do that. You get to play like one chapter.
Oh, did the stream die?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my God, what a fucking
see
day
people-
I'm having.
I think people are saying, like, hey, that's why I'm asking, like, yo, see, look,
I'm showing us. We're live. At
All right,
least on
making
YouTube.
sure.
I can't speak to Twitch, man.
Well, keep going. I can check Twitch real quick.
I'm live. It just must have the quality just must have hit the damn.
Oh, they said we're
Okay.
back. That's why we they lost us, then we're back.
I'm
So
having
we're
a day, man. I'm having a day.
it's been a day.
Delvin, I'm about to get high at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, buddy.
That is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing.
I'm going to turn this podcast off and immediately forget about the earlier today. Yeah, Shinobi's great. Everyone, Shaq, listen, go get the demo. It's a demo. It's free. Go get the demo. And here's the thing. If you love the demo like me, it's a cheap game. It's $30. So
that's what I'll do. I'll play the demo today.
I think if I had to guess, I think the demo, I think the Switch one, I think it's the same version. Like, I don't think there's a Switch 2 version of Shinobi. Just guessing. Like, the texture, it looks a little soft. So I'm like, I think this is just the Switch 1 game, which is fine. It's fine. It looks great. Play it in handheld, it looks great. But I would hold out hope. There's potential for a Switch 2 patch to make it even better. I think there's a lot of room for improvement on this game. I think. We'll find out, but I think so. So.
Well, that'd be great then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm digging it, man.
All right, you want to get to these news stories then?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get into it. So the title of the podcast is Switch 2's first partner direct. And that was all the rage, right? We got a direct. Everyone was, what's his face? Nate the Hate was all like, we're getting a direct. Everybody was like, oh man, chat is saying we're still lagging. Guys, there's nothing I can do. I'm plugged in. I've got nothing. I can't help that.
And I see Donnie clear on my end, by the way.
Yeah, you've been fine to like us. Like I've had zero issues with our call. So
Yeah,
I don't know
none.
what to say. I can't.
It might be Twitch.
Yeah, like for all of you folks, I would be interested. Is there anybody on YouTube watching? Can you guys let us know if it's a YouTube issue? Or if it's the same on YouTube? You guys may just want to switch to YouTube. I know you guys love Twitch. So I don't know. Maybe that'll help you. Yeah, so Nate the Hate was like, there's a direct. Everybody's getting excited for a direct. We've talked about it for a couple weeks now, the rumors and everything. And we did end up getting a direct. Except, as it was announced, I think on Tuesday, it was a partner direct. Maybe Wednesday. I think Wednesday.
Correct.
Partner direct.
I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday or
Yeah, I
Wednesday.
think it was Tuesday.
But I remember
Yeah.
there was a lot to be said about it because I remember like they were like, we're getting direct, but we don't know what it is. Like that was the whole conversation about it. Like we don't know if it's a partner direct. We don't know if it's like what's going to be
Yeah.
shown. People like very like aloof about it almost.
Yep.
Like, it's happening.
So we got a partner direct. So we've got a bunch of games. I'm going to read through them. Not like all of this. I'm not going to read all this because we've been already going for 45 minutes. But just generally speaking, before we even get into these announcements, I think people are pretty upset. They're pretty let down. I myself wasn't. And I was thinking about this before, when I was doing the notes. Because I was like, I don't want to sound like a shill for Nintendo. I see people, I've seen the YouTube clips and I've seen our Discord and I've seen online. People are like, man, where are these games? Like, where's Metroid and where's this and where's these dates and why did I get this? And I get it. If you want to be mad, by all means. I only wanted to mention PSVG because I know not everybody listens to both. If you listen to PSVG, which we recorded the day before the Direct, I told you exactly what this Direct was going to be. And
Yes.
so, for me, I wasn't upset because that literally was my expectation. Partner Directs are not those shows. They never really have been. And before PSVG went live, I went and looked at past Partner Directs. I don't remember everything I said now. But I told you, it was like, I think the games, the big hitters that are from past partner directs were things like Ori, things like Nier. You know, it's ports of games. And like, I do think you can consider them quote unquote big games, right, for Switch. But it was never going to be like Rock the Internet, you know, Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft. It was never going to be that. Those are not what partner directs are. Partner directs are typically like a showcase where you want to put all of your partners that you don't want to put in your big direct. So you put them in a partner direct. And, you know, like they throw in a couple things there. And then, Kyle, sorry. The chat's going to keep interrupting me. I know you guys, you're not interrupting me. It's just I'm going to keep paying attention to it. Kyle says, maybe record the podcast locally and share the rest. That's what we were doing. So Melon records our locals. So, yeah, we're just going to keep going with the show. And if you want to bounce off because Twitch isn't working, whatever, I get it. We'll release the show later. But we pull the locals.
We'll release it later, and it'll be full and it'll sound perfect.
Yeah, that's how it works every time. So if there's streaming issues, you'll just have to check out the podcast afterwards. And sorry about that. Like I said, I have no problems. I have no, we're all full ballers. We are good. I would suggest.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a Melon issue.
I think it's a Twitch issue.
Twitch issue.
Somebody switch over to YouTube and see if that's any better. Anyway. Yeah. The partner directs are just never really that show. So I kind of went into it expecting I think we'll get some partners, you know, like some of the bigger third-party partners, which we did, you know, Square Enix and Capcom and stuff like that. And, you know, they'll throw in a couple things and then like that. I just wasn't expecting a whole lot. And I think that was the big difference between me and everyone else that's very upset.
Correct.
And I think because you and I had a chance to talk, I think I probably had a good time to bring you into that. You probably with that same approach. Yeah,
pretty much, yeah.
All you have to do is look at past partner directs to know that all of your hopes and dreams are definitely not going to happen tomorrow. You know, I would say I expected more from Ubisoft, and I did expect something from Xbox, and we didn't see either of those. So, now, there are people that think this is it. Like, this was the direct for the rest of the year, and I think the people are
No.
Nintendo will, they'll announce Kirby on the Nintendo Today app, and we'll just keep moving. I don't think that's true at all. I think we're going to have a direct. If I had to guess, I would say September, but I think we're going to have another direct before the end of the year for sure. And I think it's going to be the big direct that you want, where things get dated, and I think we're going to get a big teaser or two for 2026. I think that's all still on the table. I don't know why everybody feels such urgency. They just announced, I don't know how many games we're about to read, but 30 or 40 games. We already know, our handful of exclusives and Pokemon and everything that's coming. There does seem to be this urgency. I have to know. I bought this system. I have to. I don't feel like I need to know it at all. I'm there's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
I think my thing with it was, it's my fault. And I wasn't mad, oh, fuck this direct. It was more all the stuff they pretty much announced, we kind of figured it was coming already.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't. It felt more like a formality.
Yeah, it could have been an email.
Yeah, we know this stuff's coming. It's not all right. We know everything they said.
Actually.
Okay, we'll get to that. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much 90%. I'm
okay, the majority.
We know this was coming.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start reading some of them. They kicked off the show with Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's called Twist of Reflection. Comes out in 2026. That would be the one. I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
Also, it looked incredible. Way better than any of the Monster Hunter Stories games before. It looks really good. I was like, oh, this is different, though. So, yeah. Kind of Zelda-ish.
Looked good. I was shocked by it. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. It started on a high note. I'm like, oh, this looks really cool. I'm really interested in it.
Chat is saying YouTube is not any better. So, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. We'll power through and hopefully get you the podcast as soon as we can. I will check. I'll check our master and see if that sounds as bad. And if it does, I'll have to use the locals. So,
okay.
But yeah, I was surprised with Monster Hunter Stories. And again, I thought it looked really good. It was a nice way to kick off the show. The rest of the notes that I have are not in order. I pulled them from Nintendo's press release. So we saw Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Again, it's slated for this winter. Notice that that's not 2025. So I honestly think that's the whole point of this being here. I think this was just silently delayed. I think it's now delay, quote unquote, I think it's probably like a January, February game, so like, I don't think that's a big deal. But there was no other reason for this trailer. Like, they didn't tell us anything new about the game. Like, they didn't go in depth with it or anything. It was just, I think the only thing that we got was this release window.
I was hoping it was a early December game.
It still
might
might
see it
be,
slip into January.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird that it was here. I think maybe they were throwing that in there to like pizzazz this up a little. But two, there's just such a lack of like information about it besides the release window. I was like, I think that maybe that's why it was there. Like, this is Nintendo's way of communicating an expectation to you. Like, hey, it's this winter. So that could mean November to March. But they've for recent years, several years in a row, I think they've typically tried to have like a January game, like a December, January game. And if I had to guess,
and this definitely
I
could
think
be
this
that.
is that. So, Football Club 26 comes out on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Apex Legends
looks good.
Was one that I threw out there on PSVG. I was like, I expect some of these service games to get updates, and the first one was Apex Legends. Launches on Nintendo Switch 2 August 5th, so it's in 2 days.
Which is
Yep.
smart.
You can get the legendary Pathfinder skin if you log in today. That'll be available until mid-September. So if you guys are excited, anybody's looking for shooter stuff, you can get back on the Apex grind. The next game, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, is a brand new 2D HD action RPG from the creators of Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default. This one has a demo that I mentioned earlier that I have played. It's very good.
That I'm glad to hear that it's very good, because when I saw it, I'm like, this looks a little generic. It kind of felt to me.
I could understand that. It's old school Zelda. It's an action RPG, like top-down Zelda.
Okay.
But 2D HD.
Okay. It didn't wow me when I saw it, but since you're saying it looked good, I might.
I had some issues with the demo, which I shared in our chat. I don't know how the best way to explain it, but like there's like this parallax, like vignetting, I don't know, diffusion type. I don't know what it is. When you're out in the overworld and you're walking around like trees, like a forest, when you get close to the tree, like the textures of the world you can see like in the tree foliage, like shimmering through the tree. So as you walk by the trees, it looks like the land is moving on the tree. I don't know what that is. That bothered the shit out of me. But that aside, it is, I would say, at least the demo that I mean, there is a little bit of demo. There are a couple boss fights and stuff. It's simpler. Like, it's a simplish game. Like, you're not, like, upgrading your skills or anything like that. Like, it's just kind of, like, collect coins and buy stuff and keep fighting.
And it's one character, right? It's just one guy.
Elliot. Everyone's talking about the name. The name is terrible. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. Yeah, not great. But really pretty game. Like, I feel like this would be a wonderful budget title, but knowing Square, like, probably not, right? But we'll see. I don't know. This is a 2026 game. They said they're going to keep working on it, so I don't know if what we're seeing is like a slice. But I like the demo enough that I probably will be buying it whenever it comes out. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. Octopath Traveler 0 is a prequel that's coming that arrives on Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch on December 4th. That's another thing about this direct that I never really mentioned at the top. A lot of Switch support too. Yeah, it's a lot of Switch and Switch 2 games.
At least they tell you straight up how that works. Like,
I did appreciate that.
If the game says Switch 1, Switch and Switch 2, it comes to both. We just said Switch 2 is Switch 2 exclusive. They did a good job of distinguishing which one is which.
Yeah. I see our number count's just going down, and everyone said they're having issues on YouTube as well. Now I'm really scared. I'm scared that we're fine, but when I go look at the recordings and everything, it's all a disaster. I hope it's okay.
I think it will be though. I think it will be.
The next one was Madden, right? Madden 26 pre-order the deluxe edition before August 7th. You can get a week or early access. Otherwise, it launches on August 14th. I have already pre-ordered Madden. I will be getting Madden on Switch too.
It looks okay. I just found it funny that they said the best looking Madden.
Yeah, they're doing
ever.
like that whole new thing.
It is not, in fact, the best looking Madden ever.
Madden, I think, is very indicative as to why this showcase even exists. And this is why gamers are pissed off. Because they're like, oh, it didn't show me anything. It's Dragon Ball Z and Madden. Who cares? Let me tell you who cares.
People
Let me
care
tell you
about
who
Madden.
cares. Nintendo cares. Having Madden and WWE and NBA 2K, having these games on their platform is such a huge, bigger deal than any like gaming circle, Nintendo podcast will ever let you know. Nintendo cares a great deal. They've probably gone out of their way to try and get EA to put Madden on Switch.
Because Madden is a game that's going to
It's a pillar. It's a pillar of third-party market. They want to...
People will buy a Switch for Madden.
Portable Madden. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And I just don't think gamers and gaming circles are ever going to give them that sort of credit. And I will. Not just because I enjoy Madden, because that really has nothing to do with it. It's just, this is a big deal. Madden hasn't been on a Nintendo platform in like a decade. This is a big deal. So I would honestly say more than anything here is probably a big reason why they even have a partner direct is to give games like Madden an extra rub, an extra highlight. Like, hey, let's shine a light on them a little bit. Let's attract some of that market because they know that that has a wider reach than the people that typically watch Nintendo showcases, has.
Yes.
So they're going to keep doing that. I saw a lot of that. Like, why is Madden here? We already know. That's why. It's a big deal. It's kind of a big deal.
And it looks like it's running.
Yeah.
So.
Chillin' by the Fire is a game that was announced. It's exclusive, and it launched that day on Switch 2. It is Campfire FaceTime.
They can exclusively keep this.
You get to build a campfire, you put the log on it, you light it, and you get to mess with it, and then you can turn on your camera and then sit by the campfire and talk to your friends.
No.
You could just go, well, not everybody can. I could just go out into the backyard and light a fire and then FaceTime you and Dev.
Yeah, we should do that one.
Like I could do that instead of this. But if I don't know if you have a Switch 2 and you need a chat app, Chillin' by the Fire has you.
If you want to talk to your friends in 480p,
yeah,
the video they showed looked.
Here's the funny thing. We make fun of it. I think I saw more positive reactions to this. I'm not sure if that was just a troll, like just because it was bad, or
probably.
But
might have been people generally excited.
Yeah, I think it was. I think people were like, I actually want to do this.
I realized that I'm old, and I don't want to do none of this shit. So I'm in the minority.
Yeah. It's probably a younger thing. Even like a core gamer thing. It's like it reminds me of like that trombone game. Like it's like these sort of like troll, goofy, zany things. People like they want to latch onto that. They want to have fun with it. So I don't know. Maybe Chilling by the Fire will do something. I'm never trying that shit. That's ridiculous.
Not even
at the very least, make that free. Like put it in NSO or something. Like I'm not. Who's doing that? Just Dance was here. We're going to talk about that. Star Wars Outlaws was shown. Trailer again comes out September 4th. We're about a month out. It looks bad. Like it doesn't. It looks rough. Not look good at all on Switch 2.
Yeah, it looks.
I don't know what the thought here is. Like when I look at how bad it looks, I'm of two minds. The first mind is obviously maybe this is just as good as this game can look on Switch 2, and maybe that's the peak of what the Switch 2 is capable of. The second thought that I have, the more cynical thought that I have is Ubisoft talked all year about how this game did not do what they wanted it to do sales-wise. And I feel like they're just trying to get whatever revenue they can out of this.
This is a cash grab.
Let's just get it on there and get whatever we can.
Which sucks because I was excited for the Switch 2 version of this game because I like Outlaws
The way
lot.
that you played it, where you're talking about like that lived-in world or your gambling stuff, it felt like it would be a very good fit for a portable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it just looks bad. It makes me worried because we have ratings out there for Shadows, and I kind of haven't played Shadows because I kind of would like to play it on Switch 2 if it's decent, like WWE 2K decent. But you look at Outlaws, and I'm like, uh-oh. maybe it can't do it. We're not even 6 months into it, and we have games that looks like the Switch 2 just can't run. I told you that. I want to just I told you that. I don't think the Switch 2 was the answer to all of our problems. I think these games are going to still happen.
And Outlaws seemed like the one that would run decently.
I never thought that. Why did you think that?
I just thought the way, because it didn't, for one, on PS5, it didn't look great in the first place. It looked okay. Looked fine
Outlaws
enough.
and Shadows, I believe, if this is correct. Don't hold me to this. This is a lot of my conversations from Dev and some Digital Foundry talk, but I believe both of those games use ray tracing as the lighting model. It's not an add-on. You can't turn it. You can't turn it off. Ray tracing is it just is the game. And
that is a problem.
That's what happened. When you turn it off, it looks terrible, and now you kind of understand why the Switch version probably looks the way it does.
That makes a difference then, yeah.
Chronos, The New Dawn. This is the new game from Bloober Team. We've seen it a few times. It's coming to Game Pass, where it's like this Dead Space, time warping scary game. Looks pretty good. I'll give you the pitch here. Survive 2 distinct eras, a brutal future, and then dive back into the 1980s Poland as you stop nightmarish creatures from merging into unstoppable abominations and survive by bending time itself. Comes out September 5th. Looked good. Trailer looked good. I'm still on. I've been on the fence with this game. I think what I'll probably do. It depends on what release dates line up. This is a game I'll probably try to play right before Halloween. It's kind of in my head where I'm probably gonna land on this one. But I'm not a day one on it. I want to play it, but not pre-order it.
I'm day one on this one.
Okay.
I'm day one on this. I'm excited.
I love
it looks cool.
Team, so
looks like a Dead Space clone, but a one so unique and so different. I might
if you
get
love
into
it, maybe you can talk me into getting it then.
Okay. Hopefully it runs well, and hopefully it kind of fills that itch I'm waiting for. I want to play some horror games right now, man. Yeah, I want to play some horror stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I just bought Crow Country. I haven't played it yet.
Oh,
I'm flush with, like I said, I'm flush with eShop. I've buying so many stuff. I just have so much eShop credit. I took advantage of that deal and got a free $100. So I'm just yep. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted was officially announced. It's been rumored for a while. There's new levels, new twists, but it is the Plants vs. Zombies remastered. Pre-orders are up. Comes out in October. It's only $20. $19.99 game, Delvin.
Looks really good, too.
I showed it to my son. My son used to love Plants vs. Zombies when he was little, and he could not care less. I was like, really? You used to love it? He's like, I've moved on. My son in so many ways reminds me of Dev. It's like talking to Dev all the time. Only gems. He can't be bothered by this nonsense. He has Sea of Thieves to do and all of his other, Marvel rivals. He's got things to do. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero launches on both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 November 14th. I bought that game last year. It's a great game. I've 100% been expecting that it would come to Switch. I'm surprised that it's coming to the OG Switch.
It looks really good.
It does.
It looks like it run. It showed Switch 2 footage. It looks really good. It looks like it's running great on it. I was just like, whoa, November 14th is a while.
I will probably double dip on that, but at a discount. Not November 14th. Maybe in the spring during a spring sale or something. I'll try to pick one of these up.
Yeah, because I already have it, and I think I got it for cheap.
Same. I'll wait. Once Upon a Katamari. There's a new Katamari game, new soundtrack, new character customization, new 4-player multiplayer mode. Lets people compete online and battle CPU rivals offline. October 24th.
Looks
I've
fun.
never been into Katamari.
You're a Katamari guy.
Honestly, so. Are you?
I really got into Katamari like that.
The only person I've ever known that is into it is Kevin. Kevin loves Katamari. And but he likes weird offshoot shit like that. Katamari, Chibi Robo, kind of stuff like that. I never got into Katamari. Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Yakuza Kiwami are coming to Nintendo Switch 2 November 13th. If you already own Yakuza Kiwami, which I do, on Nintendo Switch, you can get a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade at a discounted price. So both are coming.
This makes me happy for you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're going to bring all the Kiwami games, all the Yakuza games to the Switch. And I think that's going to be great. You now could just wait until they all come there and just play them all on Switch. Switch 2.
I got to get through. Like, I've played so many games this week, and Donkey Kong is definitely... I got to get back to Yakuza. I still keep thinking about it. I was having a blast. I don't want that to sit on the bench for too long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I wonder if they bring Judgment.
I think it probably depends on the sales, right?
Judgment is a spinoff of the Yakuza series. It's in the same universe, but it's a little bit more of a serious take. Instead of playing like a Yakuza member, you're playing a detective. And it's really good. It's a really good Yakuza game. So I think after you play those games, I think you like that one. It's a really good spinoff.
Okay.
Same style.
All right, we got Pac-Man World 2 Repack. I've never played that.
I played World 1. I never played World 2.
I wonder if it's any good. Like, I don't think any of those games are, like, really good, right?
It's fine. It's fine, you know. It's not nothing to write home about, but I enjoyed when I played the Pac-Man, the first one.
Final Fantasy Tactics, right, which we've known is coming. Comes to Switch and Switch 2 September 30th.
People say I should play this.
Dev loves it.
Yeah, I never played Tactics.
Persona 3 Reload, October 23rd.
I legit thought this was already on Switch 2. I legit forgot, like this isn't already here.
That might be very true, because I was actually surprised at how little, like, it seemed anybody cared about that announcement. I felt like a big announcement, and people were like, yeah, and? Like, people did take that in stride. So maybe you're right. Maybe everyone just thought that was already there. Because I remember when it was announced, people were super hyped for it, but it wasn't announced for Switch. And people were like, where's the Switch copy? And then here it is, the Switch copy, and people were like, yeah, and? That was weird.
Yeah.
Hella is a game where you play as a mouse, like zip lining and dancing around the backyard. So it says, see the world through the eyes of a tiny brave mouse in a handcrafted world inspired by Scandinavian folklore. Explore magical forests and tranquil lakes, solve puzzles, and be a force for good in a land where heartwarming storytelling and the beauty of nature are intertwined. This is the game.
Didn't PlayStation already do a game like
sorry?
this? Didn't PlayStation already do a game like this?
What is it called?
Like Moss?
Oh, yeah. Kind of. No, not really. No, because this was like an open world adventure game. Or at least that.
Yeah, Moss is well, it was a PSVR
yeah, it's like
game.
It plays on kind of like a tabletop, like on a book and stuff. Yeah.
Correct.
Of all the games that were in this direct, I think this one intrigued me the most. Like, I'm not sold on it because it looks like a game that with really good editing could make it look really good. And then when you actually play it, maybe it doesn't live up to it.
Yeah.
But like when I saw it, I was like, but I want that to be good. Like a really good version of that is appealing. Like if that game is good, I'm definitely buying it. If it's good. Like if the reviews are positive, I'm buying that game day one. Because that looked fun. Like I want to play that.
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
So, and then there was a sizzle reel that contained Borderlands 4, Romancing Saga 2, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Shinobi, which maybe they should have put more emphasis on, Goodnight Universe, and then NBA Bounce.
That
it really
trash.
does. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it one day.
Horrible.
I'm going to try it.
It looks horrible.
But it does not look very good. So I've got a lot of questions about that game. One, it's too expensive, so like I'll wait for a discount. Period.
Way too expensive.
Two, it does not look like you can edit like the avatars, but like I want to. Like, can I make my own Miis? Can I make my own players? Like, if I can edit it, my interest level goes way up. If I can't, my interest level is like bargain bin, basement, cheap buy-in. Because like the mascots are fun, but like they've got these players that are just these random avatar kids, and it's like I don't want to play with them at all. I really don't know what this is. It's like this NBA Jam without the players, but backyard baseball kind of sports game. And I'm
Yes.
like, I don't.
And
I don't
that's
get
my
it.
problem. I'm like, this is like, why not just add?
You
the
got to
players
introduce,
to it?
or at least make the kids that you got to make a reason for them being there. You got to give them some personality, because otherwise, why do I want to play with them?
Looks
It really
generic.
does. So, but it's a sports game. I will probably try it at some point. But yeah, that was the direct, as your name says. Kind of mid.
Yeah, mint. It's fine. I don't think this is the last direct. By
Neither
the way,
do
I saw people saying like, no, this. I don't think this is the last.
I was surprised that I saw so
This-
many people saying that.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I never thought that was going to be the last direct. But anything, I'm like, this felt like the direct. Like, let's just get this stuff out the way.
That's all I thought. Like we want to have a
That's
direct,
what-
but we also have these 40 announcements that we need to get out there. So partner showcase. You know.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Like, let's get this.
And it's like I saw people after the direct. They were like, maybe we'll get a direct in September. And then what I'm referring to is I saw a lot of people then say, here are all the reasons why we're not getting a direct in September. And maybe they'll be right, but I still think Nintendo has dates they have to announce, and as they normally do, and I expect them to do the same, they're going to start teasing for next year. So I think there's another showcase. I think that we're going to get another direct, guys.
And I think that's where you're going to start getting some of this other stuff announced for next year that people want to hear about.
And I do think, if I'm wrong, I do think they can announce Kirby, they can announce Metro, they can announce that on their own. They don't need a direct for that. They can just be like, here's a trailer for Kirby and it comes out, in October or whatever. They can do that whenever they want.
Yep.
But I think they're going to have a direct because, again, I think they want to tease a couple. They're probably going to tease a big spring title that we don't know about yet, and maybe a summer title, and that'll get us to next year. I think that's still going to happen. So I'm not too worried about it. And like, I got plenty to play. I'm surprised. Again, the urgency is what strikes me. People are like, I can't believe we don't know when Metroid Prime. Like, no, I get you want it, but like, there's a lot of time between now and let's say that game is dated for November, December. There's a lot of time between now and then to announce it. They still can announce it. People act like they're running out of time, like they can't get into the store shelves fast enough or something. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
There are rumors, which I didn't address because I don't know enough about the sourcing. There are rumors that Metroid Prime 4 is not in a great place. It may slip. That's kind of going around the internet. If that's true, I mean, that's game development. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. But I don't know the sourcing as well, so I'm not believing that yet.
It makes sense. It would make sense. Like, hey, we were originally making this for Switch 1, decided to change it over to Switch 2, have a little problem with that. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
All right, moving on. Let's see here. Oh, hang on. Before we leave
Mario
this, people are really upset the amount of game key cards. Like, every game in this thing is a game key card game. And that is, I think, kind of like adding to the lukewarm reception, is the game key card thing flared up again. Octopath Traveler 0, for one, like, doesn't have an upgrade path. So you can't even buy the Switch 1 copy and then upgrade it. You have to buy the game key card if you want it. So people are starting to get pissed about this again. And I don't know what to tell them. I've made peace with it.
It's part of the game at this point.
Uh-oh, now I've lost Delvin.
Uh-oh. Donnie froze
I
up.
lost you. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm saying it's part of the game. Like, at this point, there's no point in getting mad at game key cards because they're coming.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not, I wish they weren't. It wasn't the case, but I feel like we're gonna put as many of these suckers out we can, and people are buying them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nintendo did.
Also, the alternative fucking sucks. Like, the whole get a box and a fucking coding is terrible.
Yeah, I think the alternative is just digital, which does mean more code in the boxes. But there are people that are like, well, if you get rid of the game key card, these games won't show up. No, the games can still show up. They would just be digital only titles, and I think that's fine.
2K being like, here's a code in the box. I'm like, fuck you,
that's
2K.
That's pretty trash. Yeah, I'm never buying one of those.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I've really thawed and softened on the game key card thing. As I have explained. The fact of the matter is, like, I don't want them. I want just to buy games, and I would pay more for a game. Like if you were like, hey, we want to put the whole game on the cartridge, so it's going to be $10 more. Okay. For me, I'm like, okay, I will shoulder that cost. Here's the thing, though. 98% of people are not okay with that. Like, you got to really think about, like, when you're in this echo chamber screaming online to other gamers, you're the only people that would care to pay extra. Like, most consumers are like, why am I not paying more for this game than that? Like, that'd be a reason to buy another system. So,
then
I understand. The cartridges cost more to make. The second thing, I think maybe an underreported part of this, I think game key cards are a way to curb pirates. You can't break Street Date, and you can't dump games if the game isn't on the cartridge.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I know, like, we are like, who cares? Nintendo cares. Like, they are fighting this piracy on all fronts, you know. And I think there's some anti-piracy measures here at play, maybe. Now Nintendo is still putting their games on the cartridges, so it doesn't really impact them. But I think maybe that's why that medium even exists, is to maybe look at that. But I've basically just given up on them. I'm not. I think, Delvin, I'm going to be more digital. I think that's really what it like. And I think, and here's the sad part, that's what they want. That's the goal. What they want. Like, that's it. So if you're hearing this frustration, if you're frustrated you got game key cards and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to get digital, I think that's kind of what they want you to do. That's kind of the point. It's to frustrate you enough to get it. And I think I might be there. I'm just like, yeah, I think I'll just get it.
Yeah, game key cards seem like more like a stopgap. Like, all right, you don't want physical. You want physical, but we don't want to pay for physical. So here's
like, I'm going to buy the Nintendo games on cartridge as long as they keep making them. And then if there's a game key card on cheap, like Yakuza, I got Yakuza for $25. Like, I'll get, you know, those every now and again, but otherwise, I think I'm just going to go digital. And I feel bad because I was thinking about, you know, I told you, I think last week or the week before, I was like, maybe I'll wait for Sonic. And I'm really starting, I'm like, no, I think I'm just going to start buying digital and just, you know, just move on. You know, I have my Switch collection. I will still have a Switch 2 collection. It just won't be as much, and that's okay. You know, I hate that it is, but it is, and we just got to get on with it. Can't do this every time they have an announcement. Everybody bitches about game key cards. Nobody cared about game key cards when they were announced. Like, I felt like I was screaming from the rooftops. People were like, true. "Oh, it's not going to be every game." I'm like, no, it's going to be every game, dude. Because why would these publishers give off, you know, why would they trade back anything? There are a couple that are doing the full thing. One of them is in our notes, I think. Who was that? Oh, Mortal Kombat. Apparently that will be all completely on the cartridge, which is awesome. And I bought that one. I bought that one at Atari, which we'll talk about later as well. But
Atari's great.
Anyway, Delvin, Mario Paint has been added to NSO.
Which is dope.
Did you play it?
I have not played it yet.
Played a little bit.
I have not really used the mouse controls yet on the Switch 2.
You know what's funny? Because I have the case that I have. Hang on, do I have it yet? You know, because I've got my stand case. I didn't want to take the Joy-Con off to use the mouse. So just out of sheer, like, curiosity, I went and just grabbed a mouse, a wired mouse, and plugged it in and used it, and it worked. It's like, this is
Oh, it worked perfectly. Oh, that's great, then. Even better.
But yeah, so what I've done, I didn't do it for Mario Paint, so don't get crazy. I did this before Mario Paint came out. But I have been running into this. I talked about it for many, many weeks. I love the stand grip, like to the point where I don't want to take the Switch out. And I've talked about, I've made all these different changes to all of my docks around the house, so I never have to remove this. But then the mouse thing came up, and I was like, well, there are going to be more mouse games. Delvin, here's what I did. I bought a right Joy-Con. Just the right one. For $38 on eBay, which I thought was a pretty good get. Right?
That's a good deal.
And I'm just going to use that as like a mouse. It's like a remote for the Switch 2. It's like an accessory. Like, I have a mouse and I have a way to turn the Switch 2 on if I want. And it'll just sit by my table if and when I want to use it.
It's actually pretty smart.
So I was like, that's not bad. I don't have to buy a whole new controller or anything like that. I'll just have this Joy-Con if and when I want to use it. So that's, and I want to tell everybody, that's not actually why I bought it. I bought it because, have you seen like those mouse holders that you can put the Joy-Con in and make it look and feel like a mouse?
I have
so I bought one of those, and it's Kirby. It's Kirby, and like the Joy-Con goes into like Kirby, and then that's the mouse, and I was like, I need one. And so I was like, now I need a Joy-Con. So that's why I bought it, but I'm just going to have like this Joy-Con as an extra accessory. So we'll see.
Smart.
Anything else on Mario Paint? I played Mario Paint. It's fine. It's Mario. I was never that, like, I'm never going to play Mario Paint like a bunch. So I'd rather play.
Seems like they should make a remake.
I'd rather play Mario Maker. I would like a modern Mario Paint. That would be cool.
Yeah, they should make a remake of this.
They might.
Maybe if the reception of Mario Paint being
I still feel like
library.
I think if you wanted to do that, you just build it into Mario Maker as like a paint mode. That's what I would do. I don't know if you'd make a whole Mario Paint to sell it as its own thing. You could, but I would just make it a part of Mario Maker. Yeah. Mario Kart World was patched to 1.2. They've increased the frequency of lap courses, giving you back to your old style, lap every course, 3 laps in a row thing. People are really pissed when they patch that out. So it's back. You guys can go back to playing your traditional races more often.
I can stop saying Mario Kart World is the worst Mario Kart game ever.
It's very divisive. I've literally seen dozens of takes on both ends, and it's super polarized. It's either your favorite Mario Kart game ever or the worst Mario Kart game ever. But like, that's the weird part is I feel like I'm kind of right in the middle. I'm like, it's not my favorite Mario Kart game in the world, but I'm like, but I like it. It's fun.
Good enough.
I'm kind of like, it's fine.
It's the Last of Us 2 of Mario Kart.
It's super polarizing, man. People have
it's really polarizing.
Big feelings about Mario Kart World.
They get really mad about this game.
So they've also nerfed CPUs, and on the free roam map, when you gather all the P switches and all the collectibles, the colors of the various numbers will change now. So you can, go do that. I do think I may need like a big expansion update or something to Mario Kart, because like I haven't played Mario Kart in a couple of weeks, and like I don't really feel much of an urge to go back to it at the moment. So like it is kind of sitting on that back burner now, and it's like they probably need to show up with something new for me to turn it back on again. So I don't know. August games, as I mentioned, Dear Me I Was is out now. You can go buy it. So is Tales of the Shire, which Seth bought.
Okay.
On the 7th, we're getting Gradius Origins, House of the Dead 2 remake, and Edge of Allegoria.
We need more light gun games. We need a light gun.
A light gun. Well, I mean, you've got the mouse. The mouse could be a light gun. Imagine you play Duck Hunt with the mouse. That'd be dope, cool. Right?
That'd be cool. They should bring back the Nintendo.
Because if you play Welcome Tour, there are several kind of modes that kind of act like a light gun with you with the mouse.
Yeah, they should build a taskbar where you can put the mouse in there and make it like a light gun.
You want the Wii Zapper to come back?
Yeah, I want. Yeah,
Come
I want
on,
a
Dalvin. You do not
zapper.
want the Wii Zapper back.
I want not the Wii.
No, but I mean, you don't want that. You really want this accessory back.
I want a zapper.
Link's crossbow training.
I want a light gun
for the Switch 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, something for House of the Dead.
Well, So I played the first House of the Dead. It's interesting how they map, to modern consoles light guns. Like you can play it, but on Switch there's an enhancement here. You can play with the touchscreen.
Oh,
and that's kind of wild. It feels very mobile game-like, but I mean, it does work. It works.
It probably plays a lot better that way.
I played it with the touchscreen because the controls were not very good.
I should probably
now, if
try
they have
that.
mouse mode, I have not looked into 2, but if they have mouse mode in hand, I think mouse mode would be the best way to play it. But when I played it on Switch 1, I played with touchscreen, and it was good. So I wanted to ask you about, have you ever heard of, do you know what Edge of Allegoria is?
I have.
So I pre-ordered this game, and we'll be playing it this month. And I think maybe you should as well. Edge of Allegoria is a Pokemon game. It's a foul-mouthed Pokemon game.
Oh,
Yeah. Like they're
That
dropping
sounds
F-bombs and shit, but it is Pokemon. Like Pokemon Yellow, like Pokemon Red Blue. Like old school Pokemon.
oh, it looks like
Exactly.
Pokemon.
That's what I'm 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like $25, I think. I pre-ordered it. I want to play it. I think it came out like last year, but it's making its way to Switch. And
It's on sale on Steam for like
there you go.
$14.
Steam Deck users play it there.
Yeah, this looks really good.
I think it has decent reviews. It's good.
Steam has it very positive. It came out last year, December 4th.
Yep. So I'm getting that one.
This looks really good. This looks
On
really
the
good.
14th, we get Dragon Drive and Madden. I'm getting one of those games.
I was going to say the same thing. I'll be playing one of those.
On the 19th, we're getting Shantae Advance Risky's Revolution. I'm getting that as well. Do you know what that
looks
is?
cool. I saw that. The Shantae game,
So
right?
this is a lost Shantae game. This game was in development for the Game Boy Advance back in the day, and it was basically canceled or put on the shelf, and it never came out. They
I didn't know that.
finished it and released it for Game Boy Advance last year. You could buy the cart and everything. And now it's making its way to a console. And you can buy it digitally. So I'm buying... You can buy it unlimited run for like $100 too or whatever, but I'm buying a digital copy. I love Shantae games.
That is cool that they did
Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar comes out on the 27th. I don't know why I think this, but I think I read somewhere. I think that's a full on the cart game. Like that's not a game key card.
I think it is.
So if you're into that, and then on the 28th, Kirby and the Forgotten Land gets its expansion and its upgrade. I'll be getting that. And then the next day, Shinobi comes out, which I've already pre-ordered.
Art of Vengeance.
So for me, I know it's not for everybody, but for me, I'm getting a game like every week. I got Dear Me I Was. I'm getting Edge of Allegoria, getting Madden, Shantae, Kirby, and Shinobi. Big month for me. I'm buying a lot of these games, so I'm pretty excited. Switch 2 sold 5.8 million units by June 30th. Mario Kart World's attach rate is 5.63 million units. So it's like a 93% attach rate. It's fucking insane.
That's wild.
Spider-Man's attach rate on PlayStation 5 is like 1 in 20.
That's basically telling you that everybody who buys a Switch 2 pretty much
Sure,
buying
and
Mario
like it's
Kart.
bundled with the console, right? So it's easy to boost that. But there were consoles that were sold completely without it as well. And
Correct.
like this is telling you 9.5 people out of 10 bought Mario Kart.
Yeah, they bought it anyway. Like,
$80. Nobody gave a shit.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. So interesting. The OG Switch was reached 153.10 million units sold. It is now within 1 million units from passing the Nintendo DS, which I believe is the all-time selling Nintendo console of all time.
Do you think it will pass the DS?
No, absolutely, 100% passes the DS. It will it may already have, because it's August now. It may have already passed it, but it definitely will, for sure. Now, PS2, I don't know. That's the one everybody wants to talk about, console wars and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially as we're about to get into with the price going up. I don't know if they can reach that.
That's what I was worried about.
And it's crazy that I feel like, I know nobody cares because it's like just a contest, it's like a Guinness Book of World Record thing. But I feel like the thing that's really left out of this conversation when people talk about PS2 versus Switch is that the PS2 had so many price cuts for so long. There was a time where you could just get a PS2 Slim for like $80, like brand new. The Switch never had that luxury or opportunity, and it's still so close. like it's right there.
Also,
It's like, which one would you these rather have? Sell the cheap one just to have the most units, or sell the most expensive one almost to that? Like, I'd rather have the Switch.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned, as I led up to, the price of the brick is going up as Nintendo, like they did for Canada a couple months ago, Nintendo has recently announced that the prices for original Nintendo Switch family of systems and products in the U.S. will change prices effective today, right? August 3rd? Yep.
Yep, August 3rd.
Other Nintendo products, including certain Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, select amiibo, and the Nintendo sound alarm clock Alarmo, will also see price increases. So
I got to tell you, that Alarmo price better be going down.
Everything's going up.
Because we ain't buying that shit.
So the price for the Switch 2 system, Switch 2 physical and digital games, and NSO memberships remain unchanged. So all your Switch 2 stuff right now is solid, but the Switch 1 systems, certain accessories, everything is going up. So that's not the case in Canada. Canada, everything went up. The games went up, controllers went up, NSO went up, systems went up, everything. Here, only our OG systems and then certain accessories. So this essentially works out. Target leaked this info the day this came out. That's why I wrote it down. Switch OLEDs are now $399.99. Non-OLEDs are $339.99. Switch Lights are now $229.99. So all of those just went up in price.
I remember when you could find a Switch Lite for
$100.
like $100.
I think I bought one. The last one I bought, I think I bought it brand new for $139.99.
Oh.
No, because the last one I bought was the Echoes one. No, that was full price, $199.99. But I bought one before that for Melissa. It was one of the Animal Crossing ones at Walmart. I think it was $139.99. That was the cheapest one I bought. I'm sorry, when I said $100, I was thinking like used, like eBay. Like you could get a Switch Lite on Facebook or eBay for $100 all day.
Yeah,
you probably still can. Actually, I would never, ever pay $230 for a Switch Lite ever. That's insanity.
No way in hell.
Yeah, so those prices are going up, and that might hurt the Switch long-term sales. You're now looking at a $400 Switch OLED or a $450 Switch 2. But for now, because guess what? The Switch 2 is going to go up again too. So, yeah, calm down. Some headlines, then we can get into some questions. Kirby Air Riders was rated in Saudi Arabia. So for everybody freaking out, like we got ratings. One of their other games was rated too. I forget which one. It wasn't Metroid. What's the other one? Probably Hyrule. I think it was Hyrule Warriors was rated in a different country.
Oh, it probably was.
So
that sounds probably.
Yeah, those games they're working their way through. They're going to get announced. Calm down, everybody. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is a full game on cartridge that's coming out after the digital release. It includes the interactive documentary that you would expect that all these other games that they do from digital clips have. Delvin, you'd like to know that you could unlock all the secret characters and you can get dev menus and cheats and all that stuff from inside the game. That's really cool. And it will include, this was just announced at, I think, Comic-Con, maybe? No, EVO. It was announced at EVO. The game will include the Mortal Kombat trilogy, which I played on N64 and have on N64.
That's great.
That is cool. Because that game had its own like extra special stuff that wasn't in the originals. So you're going to get all of those versions and the original console games and the arcade games and I think the Game Boy games. That's like this is a must-have. I've already pre-ordered. So, from Atari.
It's dope.
Atari is back, baby. Like, I love Atari. Like, this is my year of Atari. They're killing it. I mentioned I got an email from them like, we know people love to have physical games, so we're including all the game on the cart, and you can order it right here. I was like these guys get it. You know? They are pandering to me.
Good job, Atari.
Exactly the way I want them to.
Yes.
For those of you unaware, if you've never visited the website, I know I've talked about it before, Atari has a cool website. But this specific game has like 8 different editions on the Atari website. They've got the special editions, which you've probably seen on Blue Sky and Twitter and stuff. But on the Atari website, and it's exclusive to just the Atari website, they have select covers for Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. And I bought the Scorpion edition. So, very excited.
It's a good one to get.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D has received a free patch that improves the experience on Switch 2. So if you have the game, you can play that. Speaking of Atari, they have acquired 80% of Thunderful. They now own Thunderful Games. And all of those games that you know, like The Gunk, like Planet of Lana, like the SteamWorld games, everything that Thunderful does, Image and Form, all through the years. They now fall under the Atari banner, which I think is, I hope, and I do believe, I think that's a great fit.
I do. I too. Where's Atari getting all this goddamn
That's a good
money
question.
from?
Because
Where
they've
y'all getting this
licensed
money from?
Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, all the games that they're making. All of their games are coming back, and they've bought Thunderful, and they're publishing, and they have their merch. Like they are, yeah, they're kicking it.
They're making moves.
Kicking it. They're. I think so. A lot of their old games that are coming back, like the Brick Breaker and Lunar Lander and stuff like that. Like I've bought some of these, and they are fun. They're arcade games. They have. I don't have nostalgia for them, but I imagine the intended audience has some nostalgia for that. But they're they're cheap games. They're not making waves take notice. I think Thunderful adds a bit more quality to their lineup. Something like Planet of Lana 2 adds a lot to what they're doing.
And I imagine the games sell decent enough.
Yeah, and I think they're, their Power Rangers and stuff. I think that's worked out well for them. I think those have been successful.
Yeah.
So, I like that, and I'll look forward to more of them.
They should do a Transformers game.
They might, Delvin. They actually
They
might.
should. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like if they're doing Ninja Turtles, they're doing Power Rangers, doing all these other small things, like going off of the nostalgia of the 80s and 90s. They should just lean all into it. Do Thundercats, do Transformers.
I say they did. Did they do Ninja Turtles? Is that them, or do I have that wrong?
I think they. Let me
They
look.
did.
That's
They
a good
did.
question.
They are publishing Mortal Kombat. That's theirs. They did Roller Coaster Tycoon. They did Golden Tee, which I have. I want to talk about that, but God, I feel like I've talked so much already today that we'll wait. But yeah,
That Golden Tee plays good.
it plays as good as you would hope on a controller. It's still not a trackball.
Okay, that's what I was
And
wondering.
it doesn't use the mouse, which I was like, man, what a missed opportunity. Because I know it uses the mouse on PC. Now, what I haven't tried is actually plugging in a mouse to see if it does anything. But to everything I've looked at in the settings, I see nothing for mouse on Switch. But
Okay.
it uses touchscreen, and that's not awful. You can't dial in sensitivity, so half shots are really hard. But the drive and stuff, there's something there. Touchscreen isn't bad, but it's not Golden Tee. It's not
Okay.
I would like a trackball or mouse. I would, if anybody's out there thinking about it, I would buy it on PC if you cared. But I got it. It's okay. I do not.
They also did the Turok trilogy.
Did they?
The Thing remastered. Yeah.
Wow.
They got some stuff here, man.
Yeah, they have quickly put together a decent little library in a couple years. They've turned into
System Shock.
They've kind of turned into what I used to depend on Devolver a lot for. Where when they publish or highlight an indie release, I take notice. I'm like, oh, that's them. Let me grab that because they've had a string of hits for me. They've had a string of games that I've enjoyed.
It seems like the cool thing they're doing is they're coming out with these nostalgia games that are low budget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They don't cost much to make, but they
they're
work.
40 and under. I do like that. That's a big part of it. Is that they're cheap. So I love me a good cheap game. Pokemon the card game is releasing mega ultra rare gold cards. Delvin,
Okay.
they're doing the golden ticket thing. They're going to Willy Wonka Pokemon cards.
I like it.
It's
It's a good
gonna,
idea.
It's going to cause mass panic and chaos.
People are going to
This
be
is
fighting.
terrible. This is the worst possible.
Walmart is going to get
We
destroyed.
have golden tickets in the Pokemon. Oh my god!
GameStop is going to be having to shut down to call the cops.
Oh god! Fall Guys was patched on Switch. You got a frame rate boost for Switch 2. So if you want to play Fall Guys on Switch 2, it's good again.
Okay.
Shantae Advance, which we've already talked about, and I asked you guys. This came out while I was on vacation, but you guys didn't talk about it.
No.
In Japan, there was reportedly a release of in one of their graphics what appeared to be Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary icon, an image. Now that's notable because Nintendo regularly celebrates Mario Bros anniversaries. I think they did a 20th, a 25th, a 30th, a 35th. So this
40th.
this sounds right. Now here's the weird part. When I looked into it, the image could be fake because the image explicitly says Super Mario Brothers, And that's something Nintendo normally doesn't do. They usually go bros, not brothers.
That's correct. They go bros.
So now they don't know. It could be a translation thing. I don't know. Could be an AI thing. But it's out there. And I guess that anniversary is, I don't know, is it this year, next year? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that seems like I would expect Nintendo to do something for anniversary. So if it shows up again.
It's 40 years? God. Lord.
Dear me, I was.
Wow.
Delvin, that's it for the news, so we can do some questions.
All right, let's get to these questions.
Which I sent out late last night, so we don't have that many.
That's fine. We've been going long enough.
We really have, and I just hope the show
we're like doing a show for no one.
I really hope the show is not like just completely destroyed on the other end, because we're not recording it again. It is what it is. It might be lost forever, Delvin.
If you didn't catch it now, the show's just missed. It's not happening again. All right. Shaq, question direct from you. Our first question from Indo Techno. With the rise of Switch 1 prices, how long until Switch 2 goes up? $400 for OLED, $450 for Switch 2. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Look here. Price of the brick going up.
It's going up.
Those Switch 2 prices are
It's
going
all
up as
going to
well.
go up. The NSO is going to go
Yeah.
up. It's all going to go up. So if you really care, I would get NSO stuff, like stock up now, buy a couple years. If you want to switch to, buy it as soon as you can. Because I'm telling you, the price will go up, and I would expect it to go up next year.
And frankly speaking, it's not going to matter because people are buying it anyway.
That's true. It's the fastest selling console of all time.
So it's like they're gonna with the price increase, people are still going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine with the original Switch consoles, I imagine they'll probably do the thing where holiday season, the price will go down back to the original price for like a couple weeks.
Maybe.
Then they go right back up.
You might be right.
I can see that happening.
At this point, I don't even know if they care about the originals. Like, they're just going to sell it for whatever. They're just going to leave it out there until it sells out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. But I think if I had to guess, I think it'll go up next year. I think they want to get through the holiday season at cost, and then they'll mess with it. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Sleepy Gamer asked, the task is to replace the 5 worst people you work with 5 Nintendo characters. What positions are you replacing with each character? And if you could give one reason why they would be a better fit. I don't work with 5 people.
I only work with like 15, and I have no idea how to swap them out for Mario characters.
Yeah, I don't work with. Let's try this. Let's replace them with PSVG people.
What? Oh, God. I'm gonna let you do this. This is your brainchild.
We're not gonna say worst PSVG people. That's not cool. But we're gonna replace. Let's see how we can do. Let's see if we can make this work. Replace PSV people with Nintendo characters. Okay. That's how we'll do this.
This is all you, man. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. So let's start. Let's start with Shaq. Okay. For fun. What Nintendo character are we using to replace me?
Toad.
I like that.
The Toad voice.
Yeah. Toad as me would be great.
You're gonna be Toad. You dressed up. You're Toad, but you think you're Link. And you're like, ha!
That works even better.
Like, that's not what this. Nobody does this.
Yes. Okay. I'm Toad. Who would be Rebecca?
Peach.
Peach. Okay, Rebecca's Peach. And who would be you? And keep in mind, me and you have multiple shows we got to be on.
Oh, goodness.
So, Toad is going to also be on PSVG.
Trying to think who would people want me to be. Wario?
Wario would be cool.
Yeah. I could see that.
Okay.
You know, the villain, the likable villain on the show. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Okay, let's go to PSVG, so we got to replace Dev.
Luigi.
I know he'd hate that.
It
So
fits.
yeah, we have to make him Luigi.
It's got to be Luigi.
Yes.
He's white
Yeah. Yes.
and just angry,
Yeah.
right?
So
Luigi Dev
PSVG
stare.
will
You ever
be-
watch PSVG? Dev
Yeah.
gives us that stare
That's
all
Dev.
the time.
So PSVG would be Wario, Luigi, and Toad. All right, so let's see now. Bored with video games.
The Ice Climbers.
That is a good pull. That is a really good pull.
Yeah, because those
I like
two
that.
They're peas in a pod. So like it's got to be a
Yes.
tandem, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
Okay. PSXP. I'm Toad.
Yep.
Snurch would be.
I don't know.
Funky Kong.
Kong is an interesting take. Yeah, I could see it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, Funky Kong.
I was trying to think of
Just
like
look like he's a stoner. Just not here, just aloof.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've backed it up well. That's good.
Okay, who would Haley be?
Nope. Not gonna get me.
Yeah, you're smart, smart man. Yeah, let's not do that.
I honestly don't know.
Trying to think who
Even
would Haley
Snurts, I'm like, Kong is good. Like it's tough to beat.
Who is a character in Nintendo woman character that's going to be like, well, actually, who will actually you? Like you'll say your point, and they're like, well, actually,
I mean,
is this?
she's
Yeah.
good on the I mean. She gets it on. I mean,
Yeah. I mean. You could say
Yeah.
this, but really it's this. Try to think of a Nintendo character that would do that.
Hang on.
We'll just go Toadette.
No.
Who do you think?
I think I can do this. Give me a minute. I just gotta find
Okay.
some names.
We need a well actually Nintendo girl
All right.
character.
I got Snurts as Roy Koopa,
Okay,
Right?
I like that one.
and then I guess that would make Haley Wendy.
Wendy's a good choice. Wendy's a good
Koopa
choice. Cooper Kids. That makes a lot of sense. I like that. Wendy Cooper. All right. So now we
And I could
have
see Wendy doing
Cadillac,
some shit
right?
like that.
yeah, well
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, Wendy would 100% well
Facts.
actually you. Cadillac. Chalfie and T. Chalfie.
I'm just like, is there any way to do this
That's not
that's
offensive.
not a stereotype?
No, there's not. Just pick any Mexican Nintendo character. Look at me, Chalfie. Oh man. Yes. Pretty much.
Chalfie is Mario, but in the sombrero costume from Odyssey,
Yes.
right?
That works.
Sombrero, the poncho.
Yes. He's Mexican Mario.
Facts. Now I need your help for T. All right. So like Dragon Ball Z, right? Piccolo's black. So which
Yes.
Nintendo character is black?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm trying to think who would be a good Nintendo character that would T would fit. This black.
Bowser?
T's like laid
Yeah,
back.
I know. It's not. He doesn't fit. I was just trying to. Again, I was just going off
I'm trying to think, like,
stereotypes.
Bowser's definitely black.
Right.
He's definitely
Right.
black. He's 100% black. No question about it.
I don't know.
Cranky Kong?
Cranky Kong? You think?
Because Cranky Kong likes to reminisce about stuff from the past a lot.
Okay.
And T's old.
All right. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that fits.
And Cranky Kong likes music.
True.
He likes
He's
music.
the-
T loves vinyl. T loves vinyl. Yeah. Cranky Kong might fit.
I'll allow it. I don't have a better answer.
I don't either. There's no black Nintendo characters. What's up with that, Nintendo?
No, there are.
Trying to
They
think
have the
who
Squid
is.
Kid, right? She's black.
Oh yeah, that one guy.
Oh, it's a girl.
Well, actually, well, see, I don't even know who the fuck it is.
I can't keep up with their names anymore. Rebecca would know right off the top of her head. Is it
Yeah.
Marina and
Squid.
Pearl, right? Is it the other one?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
All right. Our next question from Crawler. I can play Mario Paint on NSO with the mouse on my OG Switch. Has this feature been hidden from us the whole time? What other games
Yes.
with mouse support on? Yeah, that is the correct.
Yeah, no,
That's the
I
correct
brought this
answer.
up when they announced the mouse mode as rumored. We've been able to plug a keyboard and mouse into the Switch the whole time.
I think you've mentioned
I
that
have.
before.
Yeah, no, I have. Now, it wasn't functional like in Mario Maker. You couldn't do anything with it. But it is just USB-C. It does work. Like, you could plug a USB-C hub into it. That's why, for example, on Switch 1 specifically, you could plug any USB-C like dock into the Switch and use it as a dock. Right? Because it
that makes sense.
the protocol is just there. I forget what game it was, but there is a game. One of the, I think it was maybe a boomer shooter. There was a game you could plug a keyboard in and do like cheat codes and stuff. Like you could text into it. You just needed a keyboard.
Huh.
Because it's a PC port of the game. So like it's supported, it's just not in the game. And that's how I found out about it years and years ago. I think I saw it on YouTube. It's like, did you know you could do this? And if you don't remember, there was like a keyboard controller for Switch 1. Like you could buy a GameCube controller, I think, with the keyboard in it, and it would work. Or it wasn't. It was like that. It was like a keyboard, but with like switch handles on the side, and you could use it.
Okay.
And one of the games supported like text commands, and you could do that in the game.
And Kreller's asking, could Switch 2 support like Fortnite and I don't know what Guardians of Zuma is. Is that a game that needs mouse support?
Here's the interesting thing, Crawler. I'm like 70% sure on this. I think Fortnite already supports mouse controls. I think that is it.
I was thinking Civ 6.
Civ 6 totally does. I think Fortnite does too. I
Yeah.
think Fortnite does. I think you can play Fortnite with mouse controls on Switch too. I'm going to look it up.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you can play Fortnite with mouse controls now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's been
Crowley,
there since.
go play that right now.
that's
Go
been
try
there
it.
since launch.
Go try it out. Go see if it works. Go have at it.
Yeah.
All right. Our next question from Yarden. Yarden has lost his goddamn mind. He asks, Nintendo turns 136 years old next month. What are your top 136 favorite things about Nintendo?
My favorite top 136 things about Nintendo are the best-selling 136 games they've ever made.
I
Done
agree.
it.
Good job. The 136 million copies they've sold of certain
Wow.
games.
What a show.
It's crazy to think that Nintendo's 136 years old.
No, they're super old. There was a whole
How old is
there's like
Mickey
a whole
Mouse?
100 years of Nintendo before video games.
Yeah, they used to have like brothels and shit like that.
Brothels, toys, cards, gambling. They've literally just done whatever.
How do they have all that stuff and they're still around? Like, hey, we made a brothel. How do you go from brothels to video games? Where's the through line?
Easy, 1800s. You know, for Pierre, none of it mattered. Right.
I'm looking up right now.
Also, like, isn't Japan's? I don't know. I've never been there, but I think it's like my general knowledge. Japan looks differently on like prostitution, right? Like, isn't it? It's like kind of a thing
Yes.
out there, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So that's another reason why they don't have those Puritan, moral system values that like America was built on.
Nintendo is older than Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse.
I would have guessed that.
That is crazy to think about. Mickey Mouse is like 103 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a run. like what a run. It makes me almost feel like Nintendo's never going away. Like, even if let's say the video game thing didn't work out.
Oh,
and
I
stuff like
definitely
that.
believe that.
They'll
They're
just-
not doing that.
Yeah, it was just like we're just now. It's just Nintendo just makes watches now.
They might.
Like, all right.
They might.
like, all right. like Nintendo just gonna change it to
Cell
something
phones.
else. Like, well, cell phones and something else.
Cricket wireless. Get a boost card.
Yeah,
Pick up the
Cricket.
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Get your
Boost
minutes card. Yeah, they were always. I mean, I definitely think if the video game thing was severely impacted, like they would still do it, but they would just their IP is so strong they would just be a brands company. You know, or they'd sell.
Nintendo TV.
I often get asked, or not asked, but like I see it online debated. Like we had the Apple versus Epic thing, which is making Apple open its store. There's been a lot of like future telling, prognosticators that think that is a precedent for people to go to court against PlayStation or Nintendo and make them open up their devices to other stores. And there is precedent there. And people, I think when people say that, they're like, see, these consoles are dying because this is going to be the future. If and when that ever happened, I think Nintendo would just make a console that only had Nintendo games on it.
Yeah.
And they would just like call it a day. They'd be like, well, we're still just going to do our own thing now. And like, I don't think that's quite the, the I told you, the gotcha that people seem to think it is. Because I definitely think Nintendo thinks, like, we don't need any of that. Like, it's cool. We want the money, but if you want to take it away from us, we're good. Like,
we'll just,
they'll just hire a couple more studios, let them make some Mario games, and, like, call it a day. Like, we're just doing this now. Or, I've always thought, like, the whole third-party thing, I always thought they'd just go mobile. I think Nintendo would be way more likely to go mobile than PC. You start seeing that, too. Like, when does Nintendo go multi-platform, start doing PC? I don't think that's going to happen. I could see mobile, though. Yeah. That's where I've started thinking, like, NSO, like putting that on phones and stuff. It could be a big money maker for them.
Nintendo makes way too much money first party anyway.
Yeah.
Like an insane amount.
Outside of that, like, because you're right, it is popular right now. Like, they have the popularity wave. But even in times of, like, when they weren't very popular and sold well, I just think it's a philosophy thing. I just don't think Nintendo thinks of themselves like that. That they need to multi-platform. Like, they're just like, no, we're Nintendo. We don't think we can. I literally think they're crazy enough. And I think there's a level of crazy to it. They're like, no, we'll just make a console just us. Like, I think that's how they see it. They're like, we don't need the other people. Like, we want them to be here, but, like, that's not necessary. Whereas I don't think Sony would be like, if this happened, I don't think Sony's like, we can do this ourselves. I think Nintendo does. Like, I would 100%.
Sony has shown.
Nintendo's like, yeah, we can just do this ourselves. We don't need that.
Nintendo has shown they can do it themselves, and Sony has shown we need people.
Sony makes games so they can have the third parties. That's the business model. Nintendo's like, no, we are the business model. We'll make money off of others too, but this is our business. So I could see them snatching up like indie developers and just making Nintendo, like they would just publish everything. They would just probably start buying exclusives,
Yeah.
So, but it's an interesting thought. But yeah, but because of their history, I don't ever see Nintendo going away. They'll just shift and do something on their own. They've got the brands to do it.
Which I'm happy to hear.
The worst case scenario, if it ever got dire, they always have the eject button. They could sell and be, huge to anybody. People would line up at the door to buy them.
A lot.
100%.
All
if people ever went to war or something like that, Apple would love to buy them. Disney would love to buy. Like, people would love to own Nintendo.
Just to have the name of the characters.
Billions and billions and billions and billions. So, I think we're way, way, way beyond that.
Yeah.
I also don't think something else I thought of, because you see people are like, well, Epic did it to Apple. I don't think anybody wants to do that to Nintendo. No. I think that's the difference. As people look at Apple like you're not being fair. I don't think nobody wants to have the PR hit of like we're suing Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to go very well for you. But we'll see. Interesting future ahead.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys get to hear this episode.
Yeah, I'm very concerned because we have nobody here. So it's either that bad. Like I'm wondering if like when we end this call, if there's just nothing there. Like,
That'd be crazy.
because they did nuke our profiles, dude. Like I messaged them and they're like, we don't know what happened, and they're looking into it. But yeah, maybe it's melon. I mean, they said it was the same. Yeah, it's probably a melon thing. But everything looks good here on my end, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Well,
thank you guys for listening.
we hope you did.
If you did, then ain't our fault.
Shadowcast. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Deuces.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?